So, I love Jujutsu Kaisen.
Because throughout ejaculation and impregnation, I alone am the born one.
So yeah, this video is gonna be me glazing JJK, and this video will contain manga spoilers, so get the fuck out. I got into JJK after season 2, yep, that's when I first heard about it. I watched the first season, I fell in love with the world and the premise. I thought it was super fucking cool. I became one of those guys who obsessed over Gojo. Not to that level though. But after watching the anime, which didn't even cover half the story, I was itching for more. So I started reading the manga. I caught up the manga pretty quickly. Then started the late nights, which were fucking hilarious, honestly, with god-awful translations, fucking fake leaks, lobotomy Kaisen, which is honestly funny as fuck. It was still something special. Like, every night when a leak happened, it felt like an event. The Sukuna cycle was so fun and honestly kind of draining at the same time. It became kind of boring towards the end, and the theories about Gojo coming back to life, which I may or may not have believed in. The story doesn't tell that part. I was fucking into it. That was awesome. At that time I thought JJK was cooler than fucking sliced bread, but after thinking about it for a while, by a while I mean over a year, JJK overall is a kind of weird experience, because it really has some great highs, but there are some low blows. And I am not saying that JJK is bad, it's far from it. I've seen a lot worse animes. I think the hate towards JJK is kinda overblown, and I think the leak nights are a big part of the problem, or were part of the problem, because JJK doesn't work as a weekly reading, honestly. And I know that JJK wasn't always released weekly. I know there were month gaps, 2-month gaps almost, and that was all due to Keikakutami having personal issues, which is totally understandable, though that doesn't change the fact that the reading experience was kind of a mess. But if you go back and read it all together like it's supposed to, it really all makes sense. You don't have to wait for another opponent to fight Sukuna. It really just feels like a gauntlet at that point. But JJK ending isn't perfect, far from it actually. I think the ending is the safest way to end the series. Nobody died except Choso. They brought back Nobara for an asshole for an ending. I know it was hinted that Nobara would come back, although basically a one line, and it was also implied that she would be dead. She comes back and is a crucial point to end Sukuna. I think Sukuna dying is fine enough. Yuji unlocking a domain is a cool thing. Overall, Yuji is probably the second best character in the series. I think Gojo is better, but that's the personal thing. I think Yuji is a close second though. And obviously there are a lot of things that don't get the resolution they deserve. The Jujutsu Society doesn't really change, which was kind of the point. Change the foundation of the Jujutsu Society to be better. They never really go with that. The fact that the rest of the world knows about curses doesn't go anywhere. It really feels very open-ended, and it really feels like nothing was accomplished except few people died. I think JJK is a good series, and I think the ending of the manga, even if it is kinda hit or miss, I think it can be fixed, and that is thanks to the anime. The anime is still ongoing. It's on its 3rd season now. It's currently adapting the coin games, and if they get the liberties, they could probably make the ending a more complete package. Just don't leave it open-ended, or if you do, finish all the arcs that you set up, all the storylines. I'm really hoping they do something like that. Even though I've been bitching about Jujutsu Kaisen for the past 5 minutes, I still love it. JJK is often regarded as hype moments in aura, and of course, it sometimes is that. But there's a reason for why people like it. It is astounding. The visuals are incredible. Mappa's animation is fucking unbelievable. I fucking pity those workers who have to do that, but it is so good. It is so fun to watch. Everything about it is so cool. That's the best way you can like regard JJK. It is cool. But I wanna talk about the arc that really made me love Jujutsu Kaisen. And that is the hidden inventory. Hidden inventory is basically the Gojo arc. It's set in Gojo's teenage years, which follows him becoming the person he is today, while also showing the downfall of his friend Suguru Geto. Hidden inventory is my favorite arc because it's a Gojo arc. Obviously, I'm a huge bias towards that. I love Gojo. Gojo is, in my opinion, the most well-written character of Jujutsu Kaisen, and many of that is due to hidden inventory. At the start of hidden inventory, Gojo is basically the opposite of what he is at currently, though he still has some of the same traits. He's arrogant, he is kind of selfish. Because at the start, when Suguru Geto and Gojo are talking, Geto expresses that Jujutsu sorcerers need to protect the weak, which Gojo then counters that, why? Why risk their lives for people who are basically meaningless to them? They're insignificant. And as we see Gojo and Geto protect Rika, Gojo's worldview begins to change. He still remains quite arrogant, especially after he awakens while fighting Toji. He really becomes the strongest, because at the beginning of the arc, Gojo and Geto are together referred to as the strongest. But after Gojo fights Toji, he alone becomes the honored one. He alone is the strongest. But after Rika dies, Gojo also begins to change. He wants to change the foundation of the society so that the next generation doesn't lose their youth like Rika did, or like he did. It is heavily implied that Gojo has been used his entire life as a weapon for the society, because he was born with the sixth size and the limitless, automatically making him the strongest. His entire life he's been hunted, having bounties on his head. We see Toji at a young age while Toji was hunting young Gojo. And even Geto shines in Hidden Inventory, getting little bits of his character in Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and now we get his full backstory, and him growing jaded with the system is incredible. I like the parallel between him and Gojo, with Gojo growing to protect the innocent people, growing a sense of justice and righteousness, him becoming the protector of the weak. And Geto is the opposite. Geto adopts Gojo's mindset that he had at the beginning, realizing that protecting the innocent is worthless. Why risk his own life and the lives of his friend? Protect people who are weak, who in his mind are meant to be disposed. They are expendable. I really like the parallel that they got. And with Gojo growing stronger and Geto not being able to keep up, it distances them. It makes them fall apart, and seeing his downfall is good. Their final encounter at the end, where Geto tells Gojo that he could do what Geto wants to do, which is eradicate all normal people. He knows that Gojo could do it because he is Satoru Gojo. He is the strongest. And Geto tells Gojo that he could end him right there and not even break a sweat. But Gojo is unable to do it. He's unable to kill his best friend. And are you really like that? I think Hidden Inventory is just peak JJK. It may not have the best fights, but I think it has the best narrative. I don't know what kind of video I was making about that. I just wanted to express my love for a series that I really liked, even though it has flaws. And I think it's very important that you can still criticize and point out flaws in things that you like. I still like Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm really happy about season 3 so far, even though it has only 2 episodes. This was just my thoughts that I had lying around and I wanted to express them. I wanted to catalog them. But yeah, hey, tell me, do you like JJK? What do you like of it? Are my opinions complete dog shit? Or, you know, tell me. And if you could like and subscribe, it'd be really fun. I'm trying out new things like this, which is kind of a video essay, but you know, I don't really consider it one. It's kind of a elitist kind of way to make of it. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.